How's it going, bros? This is Batsmith Pro here with another exciting tutorial on how to show you guys how to create a lightsaber with Adobe Photoshop CS6. So, what you want to do first is you want to open Photoshop and you want to hit Command O and just select whatever photo you want to use, and that'll be your background layer. I've already created two lightsabers, as you can see, and I'll tell you why I did it later, but yeah, this is just going to show you how to create one single lightsaber. At the end, I'll tell you how to create more and how to add them to this photo. So basically what you do is you want to hit Shift Command N, and that'll bring up a new layer. Just title it black, just so that you know what layer it is, and go to screen, and then click this little box that says fill screen with neutral color black. Click OK, and have that layer selected. Click your polygonal lasso tool. You have your lasso tool, but just click your polygonal lasso tool. Much better. So let's zoom in real quick. Make sure you want to get a really nice fine edge around the saber, so that way it's not straight off and oddly shaped. So just click the edges, have a little curve at each end. There are some people who just rather use the line tool, and the line tool is not really useful to have a properly shaped lightsaber blade. Basically all it really does is just give you like a nice solid rectangle, and I've seen people try to correct that by just using the brush tool, but this is just much easier. You just give it a nice subtle point to make it look like a katana, but just have a nice subtle point right there to where when we add this Gaussian blur, it'll be a nice and round tip. So go to your paint bucket tool. If you don't know what your paint bucket tool is, it's under the gradient tool. Just hold it down, the paint bucket tool. Make sure your foreground is white, and then that'll just fill in like that. And so once it's filled in, hit Command D, and that'll deselect the layer, and go back to your pointer. Click Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and give this layer a radius of 1, just so it can be softer on the edges, literally. That way it's not all hard shaped and really defined looking. It's just a nice subtle really distinct edge. So what you want to do is you want to duplicate this layer now 3 times. Duplicate this layer 3 times. So if you guys know what the shortcut version in CS6 for duplicating a layer, please comment below and tell me, because for some reason this CS6 on my MacBook doesn't want to give me a shortcut. I just want to click and click and click, and it's just really annoying. So if you know it, please tell me. I've tried Command D or Command J, and it's just not working. But anyways, so as you copied it 3 times, just click the leave the top layer alone. Go to the second to top layer and go back to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and give it a radius of about 5. Just give it a nice little inner glow. And go back to go to the layer below that. Go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur again, and then give it a radius of 10 to give a nice little glow on top of that other little glow. And then the black layer, the bottom layer, that's going to be our outer glow. So go to Blur, Gaussian Blur, and give it a radius of 20. Just so it can have a nice, good looking glow. And as you can see, the glow part is pretty much done. Now comes the color. Basically, you want to hit the top layer, this black copy 3, and hit Command E 3 times to merge all the layers. 1, 2, 3. And basically, that puts all those copies that has those single blurs on all those copies. It puts them all into one image. Now you just have one image with a nice lightsaber glow. So kudos to you if you've got this far. So now, with this layer selected, just hit Command B, and that'll bring up the color balance, and this is how we'll do it. Since this is the Darth Maul lightsaber, I will give it a Sith color, a red. Just click your midtones. Go all the way in midtones, and then highlights, go almost all the way. Don't go all the way because it gives it a really rich red, and it looks a little meh, in my opinion. Just go back a little bit. It gives it a more movie or cinematic authenticity of the actual films. So, because it's not just a jet red, it's like a nice faded red. If you kind of see what I'm getting at. So, just click OK, and that's that. So, if you're only using one lightsaber and you've pretty much got it done looking exactly like mine has, then kudos to you because you've just created an actual lightsaber. Now, if you have more than one lightsaber in the shot, just do the exact same process over again, however many times you need to. Just like I said, yeah, do the new layer, the Gaussian blurs, merge the layers, put the colors in, shut that layer off, do it one more time for the second or third lightsaber, and that's basically the same process. But since I've already done that, I'm gonna turn these layers back on, and look at that. We got fucking Darth Maul fighting Qui-Gon Jinn or Obi-Wan, whatever. Don't care. Actually, no, that's holy shit. That's Luke Skywalker's blade from episode 4 and 5, or Anakin's from 2 and 3, whichever one you want to pick. Anyways, either way, none of them are consistent with Darth Maul. Anyways, so if you like this video and you want to see more, just comment below, tell me what to review, what to make a tutorial of, and I will definitely try my best to go through, select which one I think is worthy of making a tutorial or a review of, and I will definitely try my hardest to please you guys. So thank you, good night, subscribe, goodbye, and do not run with scissors.